resistant on it. Anyway, okay, so as we can see, Danny has a scrub land, 2 discard spells, and a bunch of stuff that isn't he's not going to be able to cast or isn't relevant. And Brett has a bunch of blue cards that don't really help him win the game very much.
Yeah, I think Danny has to keep this and just hope to get lucky with like a green source.
Danny types in a text box, "Why can't this be a Bayou?" And he mulligans to Veteran Explorer, Brainstorm, Instant Blood, and 3 lands.
Ooh, I don't know. I think I might have risked that because the matchup is so bad, but I can't fault him for mulliganing there.
Uh,
Oh, and Brett actually did keep.
oh
So
wow.
this
This
brainstorm
one,
is gonna have to do some work.
yeah. I mean, if Danny kept that 7, he could Thought Seize the Brainstorm and then Cabal Therapy, the Force of Wills, or the Cataxian Probes.
Yeah, yeah. Brett would have to force a will to Thoughtseize actually,
Oh yeah, yeah,
probably exiling the other one, but that still would have been quite good for Danny.
yeah.
But
All
there's a
right.
1/1, so that's something.
He does have Innocent Blood, so he'll be able to get a few lands off of that. But I think Brett plays a bunch of basics, so I'm not sure it's gonna be
Yeah,
too effective.
yeah, but he kind of has to, right? I mean,
Oh yeah,
and now Brett
unless he
knows not to
draws
show and tell an Emrakul.
unless he draws a Cabal Therapy or like draws a Cabal Therapy off of Brainstorm, where you
Yeah,
have to get an 8
yeah,
mana.
that would be better, way better. I mean, do you
Will
think
one of
Cabal Therapy is the best card in Nick Fit, or is it Explorer itself?
um it's probably Cabal Therapy because it's one of the few ways you have to disrupt your opponent's game plan. Um and I don't know, it
Yeah, it
works a
kind
bit
of
more
does
than
everything
just
that you
Veteran
want to be
Explorer.
doing.
Yeah. Um Okay, so I didn't see the cards off the preordained, but it looks like he found a land at the very least in Lotus Petal.
Yeah, yeah. Preordain was a good draw. Don't really want to brainstorm on turn one if you can help it.
Yeah. Can you? No. Okay, it looks like we have Othanissa and another Innocent Blood for Danny, as well as Elspeth. Now, how good do you
Ooh,
think
that's not gonna
Elspeth
come
is
out.
in this matchup? If you get an Elspeth down,
Well,
you
yeah,
might survive the Annihilator 6.
you might. Also, the -3 could actually be relevant sometimes.
Yeah, if they show and tell you, just -3 the Elspeth on them, and then you destroy
Yeah,
all the creatures.
and
So
then you lose to the 14 cards they drew, but that's okay.
Danny, I don't know if I agree with this. He got rid of both Innocent Bloods and instead kept the Elspeth. I think I would
Hmm.
have actually kept one of those Innocent Bloods instead of the Elspeth.
Yeah, probably. Elspeth's a bit ambitious, especially with no way to bin the Explorer now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to
Like
be
maybe keep both.
tricky.
Okay, so maybe keep both the Innocent Blood and the Elspeth, but just keeping the Elspeth
Yeah,
is suspicious.
yeah, yeah. You probably could just have ditched the land. All right, so now we're probably going to see a brainstorm out of Brett, which could actually allow him to show and tell this turn,
Yeah, especially
potentially.
with the Gataxian probe to see that the path is clear.
Yeah, no innocent bloods anymore, actually.
And there's an
Oh, and
Emrakul.
now he now he could actually show and tell that because the innocent bloods are gone.
Yeah. So, do you think you just go for the show and tell here?
Yeah, I mean, with force of will
Forcible
backup, I
backup.
don't think you can resist that.
All right. Yeah. I mean, Danny's going to get be able to put in a Marsh Flats or something. He's going to get a chance
Yeah.
to brainstorm for some help. Do you force of will the brainstorm?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I think you do, because if he draws into a Cabal Therapy, then you have lost your ability to counter anything.
That's true. So you have to dodge the first card he draws for the turn and hope that it's not
Yeah,
good, and then
exactly.
counter the
Hope it's
brainstorm.
not Innocent Blood.
Well, here's a
As
Pernicious
Pernicious
Deed.
Deed.
This brainstorm, and he lets it
No,
resolve.
that's
Wow,
the
there's
result.
Cabal Therapy
Oh,
Instant Blood. Oh my
and
god.
there's the hits. That's a huge swing in the game, actually.
Yeah, that might do it. So Cabal Therapy
Yeah.
and then Flashback and then Innocent Blood.
Yeah,
And
and that's going to clear the board. I mean, Brett still has a lot of time here because he's not under a lot of pressure.
Well, the Elspeth is coming down. He still needs to find both combo pieces. I can't imagine that he'll have the brainstorm anymore either.
Brainstorm in hand. Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
let's see. If Brett Force of Will is this Cabal Therapy, he can pitch the other Force of Will, and he might still have the brainstorm.
Danny doesn't know about the brainstorm, does he? No, he doesn't. Oh yeah, so
Is
he
he just
definitely has
playing
to
this
do
for
it.
real?
Oh, so Danny doesn't know anything about his hand.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like
Oh,
now
but
he
he
gets
did.
the information also. Like I think if
Yeah,
you're Brett, you have to Force of Will that Cabal Therapy to protect your
yeah,
brainstorm.
for sure. Well, you had to force will the brainstorm, but yeah, you, given that you let that resolve, you probably should force will the therapy.
Joe types in the chat, "Wow, this turned out to be a great game."
Yeah, I did it. It looked like it was going to end quickly, but it's not. So we get to
Oh,
see
you
some
know
more
what?
cube, I guess.
Brett's actually going to be able to keep the brainstorm because he can cast the brainstorm after the Veteran Explorer trigger, but before the Cabal Therapy resolves.
Oh, that's really nice. But then he will have to cast it right now, so he's going to lose
Yes.
out some of the value from the shuffle that he could get.
Yeah, but really you just want to hide um a combo piece and then hope to find the other combo piece, right?
Yeah.
What? He let it resolve? Oh my god. Oh
Oh no, Brad,
man.
please.
Please.
All right. Well, maybe he still do a sneak attack like a master. Oh, but
No,
okay,
just
so he
top
can
deck the
counter the
force.
Elspeth. He
Counter
can
the house.
counter.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
can counter it. What? Why were we worried?
Yeah, I mean, he just has a 5 mana counter spell for the 6 mana card. That's fair magic right there.
Man, why can't my games go like this?
So next turn he's going to draw a sneak attack, and then he's going to draw a Gristlebrand.
Yeah, exactly. The brainstorm's gonna hit 3 lands or something. Or maybe
Yeah.
like a
Wait,
pernicious deed
where did
with
that
cheat. Like
where did that pernicious deed end up going? Didn't he? Oh, he brainstormed it away. Okay. Yeah.
this
Wow.
matchup's not too great here.
Well, maybe Danny will draw a card and he can spell pierce that. Okay.
City traders.
So Danny's going to sit on that brainstorm. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Mike is saying that Brett would have brainstormed into to spell pierce forceful if that therapy hadn't hit him. I don't know how much better that is though. Okay, looks
That's
like
a nice
Brett's
pair of City of Traders.
yeah. So how far away are we from hard casting Grizzlebrand? We're still like really far away, right?
He's about 4 black mana away. Ooh, that's a good card.
Jace,
And
yeah.
it
Jace
doesn't
Fate
get
Seal.
spell pierced. Yeah, I'll probably have to Fate Seal. Man, look at that. He doesn't even need to pay double blue thanks to the Oath of Nissa. But it does so anyway. Because, yeah, why not?
Oh, and he's brainstorming.
Oh, he brainstorms.
That's
I don't know if I
interesting.
like that. He
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have
don't.
that many answers in his deck that stop top decks, so I
Yeah.
think you kind of have to Fate Seal.
Yep. Just start ticking up.
Wow.
Okay, here's a Veteran Explorer. The
Yeah, that's
turn, what,
13 turns.
8 or whatever, 1/1?
The pressure, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Veteran Explorer needs to be able to race Jace, and right now I don't think it needs. I don't think it races Jace. I think he needs to draw
Uh,
um, another Veteran Explorer
okay.
so that the Explorers can win against the Jace.
Well, there's a combo piece. Now he just needs to draw a Gristlebrand. Because the Emrakul is not going to do anything here. Okay. Let's see if this show and tell survives the turn.
Well, okay, so Danny can Cabal Therapy and flash it back here just to shuffle away the top of his deck, and I think that's worth it. It looks like that's what he's going to
Yeah.
do.
And also just so happens to take away the show and tell at the same
Oh
time.
yeah, of
So
course. But
that's not too bad.
the show and tell isn't even good. Like, what are you showing telling
Oh,
in? It,
Gristlebrand.
Gristlebrand, I guess. Yeah, okay, Gristlebrand. But still
You
going to
can
get
still draw
bounced.
7.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It did
But
bounce
then
by
he likely has sneak
Jace.
attack.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. And we're being
Yeah, he
alerted
casts a
that
second.
Danny cast the second Cabal Therapy instead of flashing it back. Being the show and tell. Not bothering. Oh, no
So he
need to
doesn't
shuffle away
shuffle.
the top cards.
Okay.
Oh, there's another show and tell.
Oh,
Hey,
there's another one.
Cabal Therapy being a vampiric tutor for the other player. We have that again.
Yeah. Okay. So now, I mean, he's
Now we
still going to be above 7 life for a while. And now we see the Fate Seal. So if you see Gristlebrand there, do you keep it on top? No, right?
I don't know. You don't know what the other card that Brett drew was. You can okay, so he could have therapied before the Fate Seal so that you can see what his hand is and what piece that he needs.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. But Gristlebrand is like the scariest card, I think, because Emrakul doesn't really do much.
Yeah, Emrakul's not going to do a whole lot. He's not close
Even
enough
if it,
to
even
hard
with haste, it doesn't really like. It's annoying, but it doesn't even win the game.
No, it kills
He
Jace.
just,
I mean, it gets rid of a lot of cards.
yeah. Well, he sacks the Explorer, the Oath, and like the Jace and 3 lands. Then he gets 2 lands back, so he just loses 1 mana on the Jace. It's not too bad. All
All right,
right,
here's
good
Pro.
taxi
Get
pro.
to see the stacked hand.
Yeah. I mean, Dan is being really patient with that brainstorm. He's had that in his hand for, I think, like 6 turns now.
Ooh, here's a sneak attack. Okay, we might be doing it.
That's pretty good.
If there are two Grizzlebrands on top, this game could be over or
Yeah.
ending soon or something.
Only 2 Gristlebrand's in a row. But if Danny Cabal therapies for Gristlebrand, then it's going to put one on top. So
Oh yeah, and then you can Jace to the bottom, right?
right. So if you use good sequencing, it's going to
Danny
work out.
has four lands in hand.
Wait,
Backup
do you
Jace.
notice that? Does that brainstorm change arts when he plays it,
I
or is
think
that
so.
just me?
No, I'm seeing that too. Okay, so
It's so
Danny
cool.
has had four lands in his hand, and he brainstorms into a backup Jace and a backup Veteran Explorer. What do you do,
Ooh,
Matthias?
he can beat double Gristlebrand on top now if he really wants to. But I think you just Fate Seal again and play a 1/1.
Well, you probably Fate Seal and see if you need to put it on bottom. If you do need to put it on bottom, then you can Fate Seal again, and that might be worth it.
Yeah, you could play another days. Slows down your no, it doesn't even slow down your clock. Yeah, by 1 turn only. And Brett is actually getting close to going to 7 life, which would be very relevant.
Yeah. Oh, here's the flashback Cabal Therapy. Shuffling the
Okay.
deck. What do you name? Spell Pierce? Oh, yeah, because Spell Pierce would hit the second Jays, unless Danny plays a
Right.
land. I.
Okay. She probably will. He has a few of them. Also, he's getting 2 more right now. So, I mean, he doesn't have a creature. He would have already used it. So, you definitely don't name that. So, you either name Force of Will or, I guess, Spell Pierce because you know about it.
He's going to
Oh,
Spell
the
Pierce the thing?
tax. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good play.
Yeah, I guess so. You're not using the mana for
And
anything else anyway.
he's let it get countered? Yeah, he let it get countered.
Okay, so Danny is brainstorming with Jace. Now he
Not
finds
afraid of
Garrick.
Gristlebrand on
Now
top.
The Garrick is going to save him from the top deck Grizzlebrand here. Fortunately.
It is?
No, it's not. I just don't understand. Oh, he's gonna
Oh,
play
but
a
now
backup face.
he's gonna Fate Seal. Yeah. I'm like,
I'm
wait,
just fine.
what does
Like
Garrick do again?
it makes 2/2 tokens. It
Yeah,
fights.
yeah, and
It
it
deals
fights
3 damage.
stuff. Yeah,
Um.
yeah.
So I just don't understand like doing the brainstorm and now you're going Fate Seal. Now you have another Fate Seal available with
Oh,
another
he sees a
Jace.
Lotus Petal on top. That's
Oh,
really
okay.
nice for him.
Oh, here's the Garrick. Okay, so he's going to close the
Okay.
game out with Garrick, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So the next Brett will have one more draw step to draw Griselbrand, and then he'll be below 7 and it
Yeah,
won't
it has
matter
to be
anymore.
3 Griselbrands,
3
right?
Griselbrands.
Because Danny
Not
can
asking
Fate
for
Seal.
too much here.
Danny can Fate Seal, and then Fate Seal
Okay.
replaces Jace and Fate Seal again.
But he sees a Misty Rainforest, so that's
Okay, so that's gonna
probably
be
going to
key.
do it for this game. I mean, maybe if he draws like a couple of Emeralds in a row. But it's going to be tough by now.
No, I don't think so, because even if you have the Emeralds, you die to the wolves.
Yeah, he would actually.
I
Yeah,
guess he
Danny has
does
plenty
have
of lands.
the out of Danny cracking a fetch or thought seizing or something, and then
Yeah,
drawing like having 2 Emeralds on top and dealing 15.
yeah, or 3 Emeralds. All right, there's a Narset Transcendent, which is totally going to matter.
Yeah, we have the Fate Seal here from Danny. It's a show and tell. Okay,
All right,
down top.
so that's well, I guess that's it then.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
he can
game
show
one.
and tell a lot of spell, but
That's the game one that we thought Brett was very favored to take.
I think he could have taken it if he would have forced willed that brainstorm. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
No, there were
that's
a few things
hindsight.
he could have done.
Yeah, I think that was the right play though.
Yeah, I think
Like,
so too. Because if you don't force a will the brainstorm, you give him three what so, okay, 4 chances to draw 2 cards that matter. Wait,
yeah,
no, or like I don't know, because you can draw a therapy and like an innocent blood or something.
yeah, but there weren't actually that many cards that mattered, so he was still pretty favored, even letting it resolve. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
and
also, but to be fair, Danny should have never shuffled away both of those innocent bloods to begin with.
yeah, that's true.
So I don't know.
Oh, what? Brett got a
Oh, there's a
Griselbrand?
Griselbrand in
What
play.
did we miss?
How did that happen?
Oh, okay.
Oh, he
So
still had a
apparently, while
shuffle
talking
effect.
about how dead Brett was, we missed that Brett cracked a fetch land after the Jace Fate Seal, top deck to ponder, and then pondered into Griselbrand. Okay, so
Okay, so what do you attack? Garrick, I
that's a
guess.
good question. I don't know. Well, you have to.
Maybe you have to go face probably just to get a chance to kill with Emrakul.
Yeah, so here you can draw 7, find a second Griselbrand. Oh, you need to find 2 Griselbrands because of the Thoughtseize. Or like, I don't know. Well, there's a Griselbrand, but I don't think there's a Forcible.
No, but there's a top, which could be anything, even another Griselbrand.
Yeah, so now he can sneak attack in another Griselbrand to block one of the
To
wolves.
block? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But if Danny starts with a Thoughtseize,
Oh,
then
geez,
that's
he
going to
didn't
be.
ponder? Oh, I guess he's keeping the top. I think you have to ponder for like
Yeah, you definitely do. For
you
like
need to
another creature.
ponder for a brainstorm so that when Danny goes for like a discard spell, like a therapy or something, that uh
Yeah.
you can top into it and draw it. There's nothing that
Yeah, you're not using this mana for anything. You have plenty of mana.
Brett
Okay.
still
The,
has a
the
chance though.
pre the pre-combat wolf, I like it.
Here's the
Uh,
flashback
yeah.
therapy.
There we go.
Um,
He sneaks it in. Okay, Jace Bounce won't do anything because he just sneaks it in again.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so the Thoughtseize also wouldn't have mattered because he could just respond. But
Yeah,
now this is gonna, yeah,
I mean having the Griselbrand in play is a little scary though because if your opponent finds like an innocent blood, you take it down. Whereas if it's on
yeah,
the top of your deck and you have a library, sorry, a top, then there's nothing they can do about it.
yeah. So he definitely should have pondered, but he's just gonna ponder the Emrakul next turn and win the game. I mean, he's thinking that he's gonna get Fate Sealed and he wants to keep the ponder to shuffle next turn or something.
Maybe.
Oh, there's an Elspeth, which could actually -3 here.
Oh, okay. So that Elspeth Minds 3 is coming into play
It
here.
is coming into play right
After
here.
all that.
So Brett needs to find just Force of Will. Spell Pierce won't do it.
He could find another Grizzlebrand.
Oh, and there's an Emrakul. Does that help? No,
No, I
that's
don't
not
think
enough.
Emrakul helps. You need the lifelink.
And there's a Spell Pierce, but that's also isn't helping because he still has 2 mana. So
Yeah.
maybe now it is actually it.
So could Brett have played that differently? He could have pondered. I guess that's the only thing that he really could have done differently.
Yeah, and he would have probably shuffled away those cards.
Oh. Brett fetches and can't find a land because all of his lands are in his hand. And I think
Ah,
the three
okay,
cards that I found off the second top activation were not helpful.
right. He probably would have used the Force Will if he found it. Yeah, so there it is. Elspeth is apparently very good against Sneak and Show in Legacy. He saw her first on the Legacy Mediocre League. All right, all right.
Okay, so Brett definitely needed to draw 7 with the Grizzlebrand after, but he needed to use that ponder because that ponder ended up not doing anything. He could have found the fourth Force of
Yeah,
Will or another Grizzlebrand to be on top of his library to top into and draw on the attack step.
yeah. Or the Brainstorm you were talking about to hide the Gristlebrand he had.
Yeah, I guess he would have been under 7. It would have been difficult, but if he found like Grizzlebrand Emrakul, he actually could have won.
Yeah, he could have. I mean, he did get him below 15. So sideboarding here, Danny's actually going to bring in tons of stuff. He's going to bring in the full 14 cards with a bunch of counter magic, a Pithing Needle to mess with the sneak attack, and then also a blue elemental blast to counter sneak attack.
He's not bringing in surgical extraction. I think that one comes in here. Don't
It
think you
has to.
need all these planeswalkers. There has to be one that you can cut for Grizzlebrand.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could even just cut like some of the explorers because like you just go control.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I would cut I don't what does Narset do? Does Narset do anything?
Not a lot. It draws cards. I
Yeah,
mean, you
so
can't cut Elspeth clearly because you just won him the game, right?
well, okay, Elspeth actually deals with a resolve threat and wins the game,
Yeah.
right?
So does Karn. So those are good.
Yeah, but
Jace is good also.
okay,
Oh
so
yeah,
he's
there
cutting
goes Garrett.
Garrick. Yeah, Garrick can win the game, but he can't really stop Brett from comboing.
Yeah, I
Okay,
would
so
rather
here we
cut Narset, honestly. But sure. I guess it's a blue card.
all right, so
So what did Brett bring in? Did you were talking about through the breach on his side,
I
maybe?
thought he should have brought in through the breach, but I didn't see it. Okay, so
All right.
we have double forcible therapy, Thoughtseize, oath from Danny's side, which seems
Oh, he
pretty
could
good.
have cut actually. He could have actually cut Oath. That doesn't really do much. I guess it finds lands.
It's his ponder.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so Brett has a pretty decent hand with like sneak attack and Gristlebrand. It's just a little slow right now. He would
Yeah,
love to
it's pretty
draw an
slow.
Ancient 2.
I mean, he's going to get completely wrecked by Thoughtseize and Cabal Therapy here.
Yeah, yeah, those Gristlebrands are not going to be long for this world, unfortunately for him. So here goes the sneak attack, most likely.
Yeah, you just take the sneak, therapy away the Grizzlebrands. Eventually, you can flashback the therapy on the Pyroblast unless you feel like Brett brainstormed or drew a brainstorm.
Yeah,
And then eventually you play Jason Fate Seal a bunch of times and win.
and then you win. Yeah, that seems good. Just,
Oh,
oh, that's actually pretty insane.
that is exactly what he needed.
Probably the best possible draw there.
Well, whoops. Oh, my cam went down.
And
Uh,
it even has Pyroblast to counter the Force of Will potential from Danny.
yeah,
Because Danny would love to Force of Will this Brainstorm,
and,
but
and you
he might
100%
still.
have to do those plays. Like, you can't risk losing both Grizzlebrands to this therapy here.
Yeah, I think
And I'm,
Danny should force this just to
yeah,
get the Pyroblast out of his hand and deny the shuffle effect. That's a lot of Gristlebrands.
yeah, you can only save 2 of them.
Okay, so he didn't force the brainstorm.
I'm surprised.
And what does he name here?
Name's a
Oh,
Pyroblast?
Pyroblast.
Oh yeah, I guess
Ah,
you
that's
knew that
pretty. He did
from
knew.
the
He did know about that. Ah, and
yeah.
now his Force of Will is live, so it kind of worked out. But his top is going to be pretty good as well.
Yeah, you could force the top. You could force the top, then play
Yeah,
Explorer and um
you probably should force the top. It's so good against all these discard spells.
yeah. Oh
Oh,
well.
but there's another Pyroblast right on time.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay, that resolved. Danny being quite conservative with that Force of Will.
Yeah. I think my cam unfortunately is uh gone for the end until the end of the broadcast.
All
I would
right, all
have
right.
to jump through some hoops in order to fix it. Okay, so here's Explorer and a flashback of ball therapy.
Probably
If,
naming Gristlebrands.
yeah, if you're Brett here, yeah, you definitely want to take a look at the top before you
Yeah,
get to get a couple lands.
yeah. Well, there's nothing. Well, he kind of wants the Gristlebrands because the one he has is going to get taken. But is it worth losing the top to have the Gristlebrands? I don't think it is.
No, I don't think so. I think you just get your lands here and be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, top is so good against those discard decks because it allows you to have a two-card combo while having no hand before.
Apparently, I'm dead.
Just draw step one and
Speaking from the grave.
then rest in peace.
Um, yeah, so I think it doesn't look like Danny is going to be able to put up much resistance right now. Like the Pyroblast has Force of Will covered. I guess he has two Force of Wills, or Jace. I don't know
Oh yeah,
what,
he
but
does have
like
two fourth wheels,
Jace
but he's
Fate
probably
Seal
gonna,
is
yeah.
just not very exciting against the Divining Top.
All right, so he definitely names Griselbrand because that's what he knew about. So now Brett is left having to find two combo pieces again,
Yep.
and we might see an Oath of Nissa here, I suppose. So that only hits lands and creatures and planeswalkers, right?
Yeah. What? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I've
sure
not
it's land
exactly seen
creatures.
that card in Legacy before.
Yeah. I can't hit other notes. Oaths. Okay, so Brett just spins the top.
All right, that's a sneak attack
Sneak attack.
and a
Yeah.
show and tell.
You can just put the play the sneak attack, right?
Yeah, just jam it. Danny doesn't have many ways to remove it once in play. I mean, he has Deed, but he presumably took those out.
Yeah.
And he has like a Vindicate and a Blue Elemental Blast, I believe. All right, so we're going to see the Force of Will, and then we're going to see the Pyroblast, and then we're probably going to see another Force of Will. So
Yeah.
then nobody will have any cards in hand.
Yeah. So you like Pyroblasting this first of all? I think so. I think having sneak
Oh yeah,
attack is
absolutely.
really
Yeah,
important.
it's so good. It just gives you so many outs to immediately do something awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be top deck mode, but one of these players has a Sensei Divining Top in play.
Yep. I mean, Brett could
You,
even find sneak attack plus Grizzlebrand or Emrakul. I guess Danny's at 15 now. On top
yeah,
of his deck, and then play both of them essentially.
and there's a Plains, so he has enough mana to cast Elspeth because the Oath fixes his mana, so he does have the double white.
All right. There's sneak attack. No fatty,
That's
but
really good.
yeah, that's really good.
So now Danny needs to draw something pretty quickly here. Perhaps a Blue Elemental Blast.
Innocent
Ooh,
blood
that's
not gonna cut it.
not too much.
Not ever going to cut it.
Nope. So let's see what's coming up here. Upkeep top. All right.
Oh, looks like there's an
So yeah,
Emrakul.
there's an Emrakul, and Danny just so happens to be at 15. So
Yep,
looks
taking
like
too
we're gonna
much
get a
damage.
third game.
Too much damage from fetch lands and force walls. Sneak
Yeah,
attack.
yeah, and he also had a Thoughtseize.
I'll attack with Emrakul.
All right, third game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Maybe while this is going, I can try to fix this webcam.
Boy,
Give me
that
1 second.
escalated quickly.
All right. So
I
it
mean, that
looks like
really
Brett
got
did
out of
not
hand
bring in the
fast.
Through the Breach. Neither did Blood Moon. I mean, Danny does have a significant number of basics to the Veteran Explorer, so I can understand why the Blood Moon did not come in. Doesn't really have much else. I mean, he has a Flusterstorm, which I actually kind of like because it counters both discard and counter magic. It's completely fine to just Flusterstorm like a Thoughtseize on turn one, but it doesn't really counter any of Danny's threats. So, and he already has 3 Spell Pierces, so I can see why he's keeping that out.
All right. So did we see any sideboarding changes?
No, I believe they kept it the same. All right. So here we have. Oh, Dan, it looks like Danny's mulliganing. There's one card off screen that we can't see, but that hand looks fine. Just looking at the 5.
Yeah, Brett's hand looks really good. He's got the top plus a Ancient Tomb to play it and activate it on turn 1.
Yeah, that's really good. And then Danny has 2 counter spells, although one of them only counters sorceries. And he's keeping up the Invasive Surgery right away, just to snipe any ponders being cast. But this is not no ordinary ponder. This is Sense Divining Top.
Yeah,
So what's he looking for? I guess lands and show and tells?
I think you look for lands first. Like, Danny's not
Yeah.
going to kill you anytime soon.
So there's an island. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll be good. He's got the 2 ponders to help set up.
Okay, playing out the pedal. That's fine. Ooh, Archmage.
He can never,
If that can hit the play somehow, it's going to be really good.
with 1 up too.
With 1 up, so that's only 5 mana. I mean,
okay, so
there's
both
a
of
Venser.
Nissa into Swamp or Venser.
Venser is great against show and tell.
It is, but you already have the Invasive Surgery. I think you just take the Swamp. You need lands.
Yeah, you definitely do. You need to get this Jason online. That's the only action you have.
Well, I mean, the Glenalendra also.
The
But you
Glenalendra,
basically
yeah.
need to be at 5
Both
mana
of them
to
need
do that.
lands. Yeah. Okay, it does take the swamp. And probably plays it. Oh wait, it was a second turn. Never mind.
Okay.
All right. So is he going to counter this ponder? That's the question.
Oh, no way.
No way. No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Delirium is quite a way away.
Yeah. It's so you would basically need a fetch land, like an instant, a creature, and like ball therapy in the yard. I don't know. It seems difficult to get to.
Yeah.
There's a 4th land for Danny. So you can cast Jace next turn. It's probably not gonna resolve, but
Right.
Brett.
No, especially with the spell pierce, that's just an easy counter.
Yeah, I don't know how much I like using the Ancient Tomb to top those
Top.
life points really matter when you're talking about
Yeah.
puzzle.
The next life points do really matter when he goes to 14.
Oh, there's a Scalding Tarn, so he won't even have to worry about it.
All right. That's pretty good. I mean, because of the Jace, I kind of like just countering one of these ponders, but maybe that's too aggressive. But if he's going to tap out, then which he kind of has to.
Yeah, this is the moment of truth, right? If Brett
So which
can
one do you
find a
play?
sneak attack, the game just ends.
Yeah. The Archmage dodges Spell Pierce, which is pretty good.
Looks like he's going
And I
for
think it kind of just wins the game immediately if it resolves. And
Yes.
you can untap.
So Brett should force pitching the Brainstorm. Then he'll have Forcible and Spell Pierce up. He should not
Yeah.
force pitching the well, I guess that one kind of works.
You
But he
should definitely
shouldn't-
not pitch a Spell Pierce.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, Danny has 6-drop non-creature spells in his deck. That Spell Pierce is going to be great.
Looks like Brett's going to top first.
Yeah, I mean, if he's just going to win immediately, then he doesn't need to counter this, right?
Yeah, if there's a sneak attack, you actually just don't have to counter it.
Yeah.
He's going to shuffle. He's probably going to top again. He has the mana floating. Why not?
All right, so he is at 13 now, so only one Gristlebrand activation possible, but it looks like this is not going to be a Gristlebrand game.
Yeah, we have Forcible, Brainstorm, and Land. Okay, I'm gonna put that fetch land on top. You need to see more cards. So here's the
All right, so
Forcible,
I was,
pitching another Forcible. Interesting.
yeah, because there's another one on top, you said? Or,
Yeah, I guess so. But like Brainstorm with the top out just isn't very impressive.
no.
Okay,
So,
so
yeah, it looks like he's kind of stuck for now.
I'm gonna draw
Oh, there's
the.
a fetch land. That's great. So, I think you just play it slow and say go.
Yeah. You play the fetch
Play
land.
the land. But he is
Now
going to
he's
brainstorm. Okay,
okay.
that Pyroblast is going to be great. You probably just get rid of the Force of Will at this point.
I think the Spell Pierce is actually the worst card because, well, I don't know. I suppose it's not. I have
Yeah,
no
I think you
idea.
get rid of the Force of Will and then either the Spell Pierce or the Brainstorm. But I think it's the Brainstorm because, like you said, it's not very impressive with top out. So if you just get rid of Brainstorm and Force of Will here, you have two counter spells in hand, and you're going to get a fresh look. Oh, actually, he puts away the Emrakul. Hmm.
I guess that's fair. It's good against hand hate. Um, oh,
Yeah,
here
but
comes Jace, and this is
yeah,
going to
I
get countered.
suppose Jace is definitely not resolving. So what should he use here? I mean, we can see that he should use Spell Pierce, but what if you don't know about these Force of Wills?
I think I would Pyroblast. I would just start off with the Pyroblast. Well,
Yeah.
mm, I don't know. Maybe Spell Pierce is. It's really hard to say. Like Spell Pierce isn't as good as at protecting your combo. Oh, and it just gets
Right, because it doesn't reliably counter Force of Will all the time.
yes, exactly. That's getting really low. I
But
mean, you
it
will
does
be able.
counter Elspeth, which could be relevant maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's not going to be relevant this game, I don't think, but
Yeah.
yeah, it is also a blue card.
Okay, so Brett's taking the
So yeah.
Forcible here.
Okay, he's taking a bit of a conservative route here.
Yeah.
I think I would have just held the Emrakul and shuffled, trying to just get this game over with.
Yeah, well, you can do that here.
You can, yeah, now he can go for that. Yeah, then he can't really play anything. So how close are we to Delirium? We're one type off. We have Creature, Planeswalker, and Land. So if Danny can like force a will first and then use the surgery, it'll actually have Delirium active.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and so Danny has two counters available to him, and Brett kind of has two counters available
And
to
there's
him.
a negate as well.
That's really good.
So we're going to get into a bit of a staring match here, it looks like.
Yeah, the thing is, the invasive surgery doesn't do very much if Brett finds sneak attack, which is what we think he should go for, right? I think he
Yeah,
should
yeah,
have
yeah.
had through the reach also. Like, I don't think the show and tell is very helpful.
Probably. The haste just takes away so many outs from Danny's side.
Hmm.
Ooh, Ponder's good here.
I mean, it's okay. You can shuffle with it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's great when you have a top out. Just feels so good to cast Ponder.
Man, I bet Danny wishes he had Snapcaster or Vendilion Click or something just to pressure Brett's life
Yeah,
total.
or even just a veteran explorer. I mean, he's only at 9.
Yeah. He didn't take out the Veteran Explorers then?
No, no, he didn't. I believe he also has Dryad Arbor. Wait, oh no,
No,
that was you.
that's
That
my
was you who
mistake.
has Dryad Arbor. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, because he's not running any. Is he not running any Zeniths then? I suppose not.
No,
No,
he's not.
no, no. He doesn't. He's not really in the business of having creatures. I suppose. So you guys just divided the Nick Fit spectrum in two, like he took the planeswalkers and you took the creatures. Is that what
I mean,
happened?
there was no communication amongst us before deck lists were published, or
Oh,
not that I know of
okay.
anyway. I just chose a deck that I'd been working on for a while. I was actually doing reasonably well with it. I haven't been performing too well in the league, but
Well, I was amazed that you beat Doomsday. I didn't expect that.
yeah, because I am the one that totally beat Doomsday, not it didn't beat itself.
I
Okay.
mean, that Gaddock Cheek did a lot of work in one of the
Ooh, there's
games.
okay. So that blue elemental blast is crucial
Oh
because
wow,
that means
he just keeps throwing counter spells. Yeah.
yeah. I mean that means that Danny can blue elemental blast a sneak attack, which is the action card that Brett wants to use.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame for Brett that he took so long to find his combo because now Danny is collecting all these counter spells.
Yeah.
But Danny's not actually winning the game quite yet, so I guess we'll see what happens. But I think Brett's gonna have to draw a lot of sneak attacks to win.
There's
Oh
an
look, another
awesome.
force at will. That's just perfect.
Is there like a Flusterstorm that Brett could draw? Here's
He didn't bring that in. I was talking about it while you were fixing your webcam.
oh, he
I
didn't
think he
bring it
maybe
in.
should. No, he didn't.
Oh no.
It would be pretty good right now.
Would. He draws another Spell Pierce, so both players sitting on a million counter spells. Here's the
All
land.
right.
Is he going to slam Elspeth? No, he has a
That
little.
would be pretty suicidal.
That would be pretty suicidal. City of Traders. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. 6 mana away from casting the Emrakul. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, how many lists do you have?
if Brett casts the Emrakul, that's probably game, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a game. But like, how many mana sources does he have in his deck? Like, is that even a thing that can happen?
Depends on how many Ancient Tombs he has and Lotus Petals.
Yeah, let me look
I
at his
think it is
list.
possible.
He has
Tech.
three ancient tubes and two city of traders, and then he also has three islands and three
Oh
volcanics.
yeah, if he had the two Ancient Tombs and the other City of Traders out, it
Yeah,
were available to him, he actually would be able to just cast Emrakul.
you know that might actually be something that could happen this game.
That is the safest way to get an Emrakul in play.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Danny
But
fetched,
yeah,
which makes me think that he's going to shove in here.
is he just gonna jam Elspeth?
Oh man, this is not
Yeah, he
going.
realizes that like hardcast Emrakul is eventually gonna beat him. I guess.
Well,
I
all
don't know.
these spell pierces are turned on at this point.
Yeah,
And so if he fights over this Elspeth, that's going to be
it's
really
not.
bad for Danny
Yeah,
because
yeah.
these spell pierces, which might otherwise be off, are going to be on. No, he doesn't fight.
Okay, he just gives it up immediately. All right. So
Well,
Danny needs to not die this turn.
yeah. If Brett
And
finds a sneak
that's,
attack, he might be able to win this.
yeah. So he's gonna still be able to look at four cards. He can top right now for one additional card, and then he
Yeah,
can shuffle,
I think
look
the
again.
top and then shuffle the
I mean,
two
this is the
discard
moment,
surfaces.
right? This
Yeah,
is it. Like,
it's not going to get any better, is it?
no, no, definitely not. I mean, Danny does still have three counter spells, but actually, Brett can match that exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Lotus
so he
spells. Solicit.
tops, sees
Okay.
one new card. That's not it.
Oh, he's not going for it.
Oh, he's
No.
waiting. No, Brett,
Here's a
please.
therapy. Oh my god.
The immediate punisher. Oh shit!
Oh my
Why did
god.
he go for it there?
I don't know. I bet you the sneak attack is going to be one of the top three cards right now.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be two sneak attacks.
Oh no, there's a show
Oh,
and tell.
okay.
The show and tell would have been just as good though.
Yeah, but but like he doesn't know that. There could be like two innocent bloods in Danny's hand. But yeah, it would have worked out. He would have had yeah, he would have had a show until Emrakul though.
Yeah, this is actually going to be okay for named
Oh, he
Grizzle.
actually hit Gristlebrand. That's well done.
Yeah, but there's still an Emrakul on top of Brett's deck.
Yeah. All right, so Delirium is enabled because that's a sorcery in the graveyard. Uh, yeah, now he actually has Gataxian Probe, so he can see that he has literally a million counter spells in hand.
Oh yeah, that's true too. There's a forceful Emrakul on his deck, on top of his deck. So I think his plan is to go Gitaxian Probe, then show and tell the Emrakul, but like hell that's gonna
Yeah,
work.
but he only has one counter backup now because those spell piercers don't do anything.
Yeah,
Also,
and
now Danny knows about.
he's gonna get show and tell surgeried, so he's only on sneak attack. Man, so if he had shuffled away, searched, and gone for it, he would have won there, right?
He would have, but I mean, yeah, Danny could have had several answers to Emrakul in hand, but yeah, I don't know. I think he should have gone for it. So now he receives the bad news. So you can't even go for that. Like then you're just cutting off outs for yourself.
The show and tell here. So he knows about
Yeah,
the invasive surgery. Yeah. Well, it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's getting that much
I
better.
mean,
I suppose
it
Danny
does
has
show.
zero instant speed threats.
Yeah,
You know that
I
the
think we're back hardcast Emrakul, honestly.
yeah, I think that's actually not a terrible plan. But you know what? He's at 5 life. He's not going to be able to use very many ancient tombs.
Oh, only two ancient tombs. So
Yeah,
that's
if he finds a
six.
lotus petal and another ancient tombs and another city of traders, he can do it. But
Right. He still has one additional island in his deck
he
as
should
well.
not play the city of traders. He needs to find an ancient
No, no,
tomb
no.
first, then another two city of traders.
Right. All right.
I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
think
I
he's
think
going
that's the
to.
plan.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to live that long. But I think that's his shot now.
Yeah. You might have to like try to counter your veteran explorer, and then he's gonna counter back probably. Yeah, I don't think you can play anything here.
Oh man.
Oh no, what is he doing? This is not how you win.
I mean, you just have to let this invasive surgery resolve, right? No, he's gonna hard cast this
Okay.
force on invasive
Well,
surgery.
now he can never hard guess Emrakul again.
No, goodbye, Emrakul.
He's used one of his oh, and he's even oh he's okay. He's just tapping five for that. Okay.
I might just tap
Well,
the pedal. Like the life might be more relevant than having a pedal on the battlefield. Well, I guess he's having gonna have the spell pierces up.
but like now
Yes.
his only way to win now is to do resolve sneak attack
Yeah, and that turns on the blue elemental blast.
and the negate.
Yep.
Okay, well he gets rid of two cards there. Okay,
Yeah.
so now Danny only has two counter spells available because he likes the mana to do all that.
Yeah, these spell pierces aren't looking too good.
Though, I mean, they stopped Danny from just like drawing Karn and playing it.
I think Brett still has a chance, as unlikely
Yeah,
that
he
is.
actually
If
does. Yeah.
Danny foolishly taps out for something, Brett could have sneak attack, spell pierce.
Yeah, but Danny actually knows about the spell pierces too now because he just saw the hand with Cabal
Okay,
Therapy.
so if Brett finds like another red blast or something, he has another red blast, right? If he
Yeah,
has red blast, spell pierce, and sneak attack, he might be able to win.
yeah, or he can just like draw four sneak attacks in a row and just run them out of counters somehow.
Well, we did discuss that Danny has to win via a sorcery speed threat, right?
Yeah, yeah, and he doesn't actually have that many of them.
Yeah, and
I think he
the
has one Elspeth and like one Karn
yeah, he's also
and a
brainstorm locked into
Oh,
2 useless cards.
that's surprising because last game he was so patient on his brainstorm, and now he's like jamming it. It's like I got no time to wait on with all these counter spells.
So we have 2 Lotus Petals here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, I think Brett is just 1 mana away from, or sorry, 1 mana City of Traders and a land away from. Um,
Right. I mean that polluted Delhi can get an island, but then he goes to two.
is he?
Can't
I
have
think he's out
that.
of islands though.
I think he plays three islands if I saw correctly.
Yeah, that turns off the Ancient Tomb, so that's no good.
Yeah, he has three islands, and then like
Oh
and
no, he
two
lost the
cities.
City of Traders. The dream is over.
Oh, he
Oh,
lost the
there's
city
a
of
sneak attack.
traders. But that was unavoidable.
There's a sneak attack and a pyroblast. He might actually be able to win this game. So,
Right. He did go. He did go to two life.
oh no, I don't think so. So he sneak attack. No, it's not gonna work.
Wait. So he sneak attacks. Danny blue elemental blasts,
Yeah, because
and you pyro blast.
these spell
Yeah, his
pierces
spell
are
piercers are
beyond
dead.
dead.
But you just have to start jamming sneak attacks just to get rid of these counter spells.
Yeah.
Like you have four sneak attacks. Danny has three counter spells, one of which you can answer with pyroblast. So,
Oh, there's
oh
Venom
no,
Explorer. GG.
that's a two-turn clock.
It's a two-turn.
Well, that's it. That one
Yeah,
is too
that
strong,
is
man.
it. Brett has to jam and hope that Danny doesn't have it. Danny has it a lot,
Man, he
and
has a
that's the game.
two-turn clock for 1 mana. That's broken. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna wait. Where'd the sneak attack go?
It's still on top of his deck, I guess. I guess he's waiting one
Oh,
more.
okay. He's gonna wait for the last moment. But why did he need that Gristlebrand? That doesn't do anything.
So he can sneak attack Grizzlebrand and Emrakul, or hopefully Danny taps out for something this turn. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Danny just jams a cone.
3, 4, 5, 6,
All right,
7.
this is
Yeah.
it. This is the time. Wait, what? Okay,
Brainstorm.
why is he brainstorming? Can't cast two sneak attacks. All right.
Yeah. That's
Maybe Danny forgets to pay for spell pierce. Maybe that's his out.
All
Then
right,
he
so
can theoretically win if he forgets to pay for spell pierce on both negate and force of will. Okay, so here comes the negate. And then Brett's gonna go for like the desperation spell pierce. Wait, he can't even double spell pierce
yeah,
anymore
you
because
can't
he
double spell
brainstormed.
pierce. Okay.
Right.
So Danny wins that one against all odds. He
All
improves
right.
to, I think he's 3-4 now. I'm not
That's
entirely
pretty well
sure.
done.
And I don't know where Brett is, but I I just don't know, man. Okay, so
I
that'll
don't
do
know.
it for week 2. Or sorry, round 2 of week 7. We'll be back with more action in a moment, so stay tuned. See you guys later.
See you soon.